呪術廻戦
Okay, let's read chapter 159 of Jujutsu Kaisen, Sabaki. Sabaki, which is like judge or judgment. Sabaku means to judge. All right, we're starting with this statement. Nihon no keiji saiban no yuzai ritsu wa 99.9%. As for the possessing guilt, like trial verdict in Japan, it's 99%, 99.9%. Yuzai ritsu, yuzai again, like having guilt, having sin, meaning like being guilty. Yuzai. Yeah, guilt. So the guilty percent of the keiji, again, that's going to be like criminal matters, like judgment decision. Saiban. In Japan, as for 99% of the criminal matter decisions, 99% is guilty. Really? Neko o katte itan desu. Okay, so this is clearly someone like in prison maybe, and that's the speaker or the holes in the pane of glass or whatever to talk back and forth. This is like raised a cat. Like I raised a cat, I had a cat. Tsuzuke, continue. Now, we saw this guy at the very end of the previous chapter where Fushiguro was laying out that they were going to hunt down 2 people, etc., etc. Go back and watch the previous chapter if you want to see why they're aiming for these 2 people in particular. For some reason, this person apparently always looks like they're rolling their eyes, maybe. And apparently we're getting a little bit of background on this one person, I guess. Anyway. 急に警察の人が話しかけてきて Suddenly, policemen came talking. 2人3人で増えて like 2, 3 people increasing. このままつまかっちゃったら as things as they were now, if caught, 猫が死んじゃうって the cat would die. That was the issue, I guess. 飼っちゃダメな決まりだったから So it was a decision that was no good because of raising. No. Okay. 飼ってはダメな決まりだったから So, like, I guess like raising an animal, raising a cat is no good, had been decided, that's why. So I guess this person wasn't supposed to have a cat. 飼ってるのは俺しか知らないから As for raising a cat, having a cat, only me knowing. I was the only one knowing that I had a cat. Oh. Okay. Iwate-ken Morioka-shi de in Iwata Prefecture in the town of Morioka. 2016年3月 in March of 2016, ジョージとその母親計2人を刺殺体が自宅で見つかった事件。Okay, so in this place at that time, a girl, like a young girl, and her mother. What does K mean? Oh, in total, 2 people stabbing death bodies at one's own residence discovered incident. Okay, so again, at this location, at this time, the incident of having discovered at one's own residence stabbed bodies, in total 2 people, a young girl and her mother. Shisatsu is literally stab, kill, body. Yeah, stabbing to death bodies. Okay. 盛岡地検は近くに住む大家ケイタを Okay, as for the Morioka, which is the city, the Chiken, like investigative service? Yeah, like the prosecutor's office. As for the district public prosecutor's office of Morioka, the nearby living Oe Keita, this is a name. So, Oe Keita, who lived nearby, 二人に対する強盗殺人の容疑で起訴した逮捕までの経緯はこうだ。Okay. Like, against the 2 people, this person, against the 2 people, robbery, murderer, yogi, suspect, with, on suspicion of robbery and murder, did kiso, prosecution. So as for the prosecutor's office, they did prosecution of this person who lived nearby on suspicion of robbery and murder against those 2 people. And until taiho, which is like arrest, or up until taiho, arrest, capture, that as for kei, as for the details of the capture, it was this way. Oh, okay. I guess like this is what happened, or this is what we've been reading about. The details of the up until the capture were this way. Oh, it's this way. Cool. Okay. Oe is the name of that suspect that's raising the cat. Oe wa junkai chu no keikan kara no shokumu shitsumon chu ni tobo shi. Okay, so as for Oe, junkai chu, patrol, on patrol, from officers on patrol, doing fleeing, tobo, doing fleeing, well, like during questioning, like from officers that were on patrol. Shokumu is just professional duties, police questioning. Okay. Shokumu's professional duties, shokumu shitsumon is police questioning. So again, as for Oe, did fleeing, he fled. Again, like from police questioning from the officers that were patrolling or that were on patrol. Jitaku ni kakekonda tokoro, oe kakete kita keikan ga chi o tsuita hamono o hakken. Hamono o hakken. To one's residence, like arriving time, at the point when they arrived at the residence, the officers that gave chase did discovery of a bladed item covered in blood, or with blood attached. What did I want? Oh, kakekomu. That's like sort of racing in. Yeah, rushing in. Kakeru with this kanji has a sense of like almost like galloping. So at the point of like galloping to one's residence and like the officers that came in chase, again, they discovered a bladed item with blood attached. So there it is. Genko hantai hoda. That's what it is. It's like present crime capture or something like that. Genko han. This is like red-handed. Caught red-handed. Genko han. And taiho is just capture. A capture red-handed it is. What does this mean? Like present going crime. Uchi no DNA 後の DNA 鑑定で刃物の血痕と被害者の DNA が一致している。Okay, so like afterwards or later DNA determination with that. Judgment, expert opinion. Through judgment expert opinion of DNA later, the blood of the bladed item, the blood stain of the bladed item, and the victim's DNA, ichishiteru, did agreement. They matched. Okay. Oe wa, as for Oe, 一貫して犯行を否認. As for Oe, 一貫 consistently did consistent and like rejection of crime. So he consistently rejected the crime. Hihin. Oh, sorry, hinin. Yeah, negation, denial of hanko. Again, crime. Okay. 証拠となった刃物に関しても This is evidence or proof. So the even regarding or even related to the bladed item that had become evidence, hirotan desu, picked up it is. Like I picked it up. Ore no janai. Mine is not. It's not mine. All right. それは無理があるでしょう。義士 As for that, it's impossible or impossibility exists, right? Like there's no way, right? All right, so this is a later discussion, I guess, happening between this guy and one of his coworkers or something. だって後ろめたかったから職質拒否したんですよね。Oh, good timing. We're going to zoom in here. There's our works in progress. Okay, so this is the person still talking here saying, because, like, there's no way, right? Because ushiro metakatta, like later metakatta kara? I don't know what that is. Ushiro. Ushiro metai or ushiro metaku is to have a guilty conscience. Huh. Because was guilty, I guess, like, because was guilty, shokushitsu kyohi, rejection of questioning, it was that, right? Yeah, refusal of questioning because he was guilty, right? Or feeling of guilt, right? So So this person is responding, いやー、俺は昔、知人が薬物を使用していたことが原因で、well, or no, as for him, meaning Owe, this suspect, a long time ago, Chijin, like an acquaintance, drugs using event being the source of? Yeah. 不当な聴取を受けたことがある。Inappropriate choshu collection, no. Inappropriate listening received event existing. Inappropriate listening or hearing event. Futo does mean inappropriate, right? Yeah. Undeserved, unreasonable, unjustified. Unjustified listening. Received event existing. Okay. So as for him, this event happened where he received inappropriate, unreasonable listening as the source of, or being the source from this event of an acquaintance like using drugs. And this happened to this guy a long time ago. Okay. それがトラマってことですか? That thing is like the event called trauma? Like, are you calling that trauma, I guess? だとしても拾ったって, but even doing that, or even if that's the case, talking about having picked it up, meaning the bloodied weapon. 血のついた包丁, a bloodied blade, a bloodied knife. なんで? Why? 後で警察に届けるつもりだったそうだ. Later to the police, delivering intent it was, or so I hear, or so they say. 後でって, later, you say. わかってる. 言い分すべてに無理がある. So, understanding, like I know, the saying portions, everything, impossibility exists. Muri can also mean, oops, hopefully I put it in the right place. Muri can mean unreasonable, overdoing it. Ibon here is like the complaint, the excuse, everything is unreasonable. Overdoing it. Shikashi oe no kankyo. However, always circumstances sumikomide hataraiteru, an NPO, a nonprofit organization. NPO 法人のことを考慮するとありえない話じゃないと思えてくる. Okay, so a whole gene is a corporate body, a corporation? Sumikomide. What does this mean? Sumikomide. This is like living, but living in suddenly? Sumikomi? Oh, a live-in employee. Interesting. Oh, okay, I see. Like if you're taking care of someone and you live with them to take care of them. Anyway, 住み込みで働いている. So working as like a live-in employee, the event of being for an NPO, a nonprofit organization, corporation, or possibly person. 考慮すると when doing consideration, when taking that into account, when taking into account this, that he was a live-in person working for like a nonprofit, implausible story, not being able to think. So I am able to think it's maybe not implausible. NPO 法人, a nonprofit organization. 行き場のない高齢者に対するシェルター運営や自立支援が主な活動だ. Okay. Okay, so like living place not existing, high-aged people, like elderly people, about that, shelter, unei, management, administration, and that sort of a thing, independent support. Yeah, independent assistance, primary, like lifestyle, katsudo. Action activity. So the question was an NPO organization, and it's the primary activity of like independent support and management shelter for like very old people. That don't have a place to live or to be. Ikiba. Yeah, don't have a place to go. オーウェンはそこで仕事として彼らの世話をしていた. As for Owe, in that place, in that shelter, as work, was doing care of them, like of those like elderly people. だが, however, 彼に給収は支払われていない. However, to him, as for wages, not paying. Wages weren't paid. As for wages, they weren't paid to him. Isn't that what shiharao means? Yeah. As for the wages, not being paid to him. お小遣いと称してお年玉をもらったり、弁当や食材の現物支給のみだ. Okay, so like kozukai is like what? Like not spare change. Okay, yeah, like pocket money. Pocket money and shoshite. This is awful. And taking the name of Otoshidama, which is like New Year's receiving. Otoshidama? Yeah, like a New Year's gift. So like pocket change and like a so-called or something pretending to be a New Year's gift receiving and things like that. Boxed lunches and ingredients, or like food ingredients, like groceries, receiving only that. Okay, so he didn't get wages. He wasn't paid money, but he received groceries, box lunches, so-called New Year's gifts and like spending money allowance. Ni mo kakawarazu, kare wa tsuki 5万円を家賃として徴収されている. Okay, so like even so, yeah, in spite of that, as for him, monthly 50,000 yen, which is like $500, as rent made to do payment. Wow, so this person was in like a really, doing collection of rent. 50,000 yen a month, even though he wasn't paid any wages. Egu, which is just like, ugh. Oh my gosh. Please. Oh, this whole chapter is like this. This is going to take like 2 hours. I'm sorry. New kyosha ni wa zenka no aru mono mo sukunaku nai sou da. Okay. New kyosha. This is like people that have entered the place. Not residents. Tenants, occupants, inhabitants. As for to the inhabitants, zenka no aru mono mo sukunaku nai sou da. Oh, previous convictions, previous criminal records, existing people also not being few, not existing, or so it seems. So double negative here, meaning there's not a small number of people that had criminal records as tenants in this place, meaning most of them had criminal records, or so it seems. さらに、清きの提出が遅れてしまった理由だが, and all the more, or what's more, the kyoki, or is that kyoki? The kyoki. I don't know. This is like the picked up item. The picked up item. He's talking about the blade. Anyway, that thing, the teishutsu. Yeah. The presentation, the handing in of the picked up item, meaning the blade, that being late, the reason for that, however. Oh, and now we're back to the question, like, so basically, like, why didn't you turn the weapon right away? What was the reason for the lateness of turning in the weapon? 読んじゃダメな決まりなんです. Okay, so like it's decided that calling is no good. 読んじゃダメな決まりなんです. So use that thing previous about like, why didn't you do this? Because it's like decided, it's a rule. It's a rule that you don't call, or calling is no good. Patoka ya kyūkyūsha, patrol cars and ambulances, like don't call them. Kinjo no hito no meiwaku ni naru kara, because it becomes an annoyance to the people of the neighborhood. Sono dantai kanari gurei desu ne. That, for those, that organization, very gray, isn't it? Meaning that nonprofit is like really gray, isn't it? Kagiri naku kuro ni shikai gurei da. Well, to the limit of, like, not to the limit of being black, it's close to gray. Kagiri naku. This is basically like so gray it's black. Yeah, like exceedingly black, approaching gray. It is. Or, yeah. Tada de sae kochi wa shinsai fukou shikin ga nagare konde kara unei jitai no ayashii NPO 法人が増えている. Okay, so let's see. Under normal circumstances, as for this direction, and what he says for this direction, kochi is Tohoku, so the northeast, which is where the earthquake happened. The earthquake, like earthquake relief funds flowing in because unei jitai, management reality, operations reality, suspicious, MPOs, organizations increasing. Okay, yeah. So for Tohoku, the northeast, with the again, this is like the earthquake relief funds, because they're flowing in, there's been an increase of suspicious NPO organizations. I guess like that's like just the true state of affairs. What was unei again? Oh, the management or operation. Yeah. Okay. Which we had before. All right. Kyoki ga ochite ite mo igai janai. So this is like a villainous weapon. What's a kyoki? Or yeah, a dangerous weapon, even being dropped out of the ordinary, is not. So even, yeah, that kind of works. Oe ga shiro no kanosei wa 12 分にある. Oe, a white kanosei. Oh, as for the possibility of being white, meaning like not guilty. 12 分. It's 12 parts. This is some sort of expression. It's more than enough. Shiro in this case is going to be like innocence or something. Anyway, okay. Mazu wa dantai no katsudo jiseki to zeimu shinkoku zenyu kyosha no sujo o arai dasu. Okay, so as for the first thing, the organization's like lifestyle jiseki achievements and the tax Zeimu Shinkoku, the tax something. Yeah, taxation Shinkoku. Oh, tax report, tax notification, tax statements, and all inhabitants or residences, Sujo, birth, lineage, background, history, will do washing out. Reveal something by washing the surface. Bring to light, reveal by investigation. Okay. So as for the first thing, we're going to reveal by investigation the background of all the residents, the tax forms, filing reports, and the activities of the organization. 俺はとことん大江から事情を聞き出すから、清水は調査を進めてくれ。Okay, so as for me, tokoton, thoroughly from Owe, from that guy, events will like listen to. So like I'll get a full listing of the events from Owe. Ikidasu. To hear out, yeah, get the information out of a person. And as for Shimizu, that's probably her. Do the favor of proceeding with the investigation. Ato neko yaeru ka? And also cat, able to raise, and also can you take care of the cat? Neko, cat. Ikinari watashi no futan dekaku nai desu ka? Suddenly my responsibilities, haven't they gotten big? Because she's taking care of everything else, basically. Futon is going to be, again, like responsibilities, burden, charge, including the cat. Kokusen nante gyara yasui kuse ni yaru koto oi en dakara. Okay, so kokusen, like the nation's chosen? This is going to be some sort of role. Court-appointed attorney? Is that what it is? Like short for that? I think that's what that is, because this has all been legal terminology. So this is short for Kokusen Bengonin, which is like a court-appointed lawyer. Yeah, court-appointed attorney. Okay. So being a Kokusen or whatever, Gyara Yosui Kuseni, even though it's like horribly cheap, the doing events are many. Gyara. Fee paid to performing artisans. Is that what she's trying to say there? The gyara is cheap. So like you don't get paid much, even though you don't get paid much, and you do a lot. Yoron wa yuzai ishoku dashi, and the like public discourse or the public opinion. As for that, it's guilty. Ishoku. Guilty in one color. Everyone gets caught up in guilty. Shikamo satsujin ja shikko yuyo mo nai shi shike mo arieru. And what's more, like it's murder or it's a murderer, shiko yuyo. execution, stay of execution also not existing. So for murder, stay of execution not possible, not existing. Death sentence also is like likely or possible. Death sentence also is possible. Yaru dake son desho. Like just doing is son, isn't it? Oh, a loss advantage. Okay. Mo Higurumi-san. Okay, so this is frustration. Hey, Higurumi-san, that's this guy. Mr. Higurumi, nande uketan desu ka? Why received? Like, why'd you take the case? Konna anken. This sort of a case. Yeah, this subject. So why'd you receive it? Why'd you take it? Tamani wa ii daro. Tamani. As for occasionally, it's good, isn't it? Raku na shigoto bakari ja ude ga namaru. Huh. The like easygoing work only if it's only easygoing work, the arms are lead, or the arms become lead. Yeah, less capable, grow dull. Namari means lead, so. Is that right? No. Okay, it is namari, but it's a different kanji. So namaru just happens to also mean become less capable. So skill lessons, skill gets dull if it's only easy work. So once in a while, it's fine. Tamani janai jan. Once in a while, not existing. It's not once in a while. Tamani janai jan. She just thinks that, and then she says it. Omotta koto ga sonomama detteru zo. Thought things as they were came out. Like you're saying what you're thinking. And literally that's what it was happening. Oh, okay. 1, 2. I think we're halfway through the chapter. Higurumi-kun wa ai karawazu te wake da. So someone's laughing and saying, as for Higurumi-kun, it's as always the reason. So it's the reason as always. Like he's always that way. Okay, so whatever her name is, Shizumi or whatever it was, is now talking with someone else. Bosupen? Bosupen ga okane ni kyomi nai to taian da ne. Boss valve? What does pen mean in this case? No, we want Ben. Also Ben. Oh, the oversight department? Maybe? Or is this like an expression? Okay. So anyway, the boss, in money, interest not existing, when that happens, it's terrible, isn't it? So it's terrible when the boss isn't interested in money, isn't it? Takagi-san mitai ni fukugyo de kikiten yare tomare wa iimasen kedo. Okay, so like Ms. Takagi, which is presumably her. So like Ms. Takagi, fukugyo, like a deputy job, a deputy working. Yeah, a side job. With a side job, a coffee shop doing, even to that point, as for that, won't say. Yeah, so it's like, I won't say it's to the point of like doing a coffee shop, having a coffee shop on the side like you. Okay. Demo ai karawazu te, but it is as always. But saying ai karawazu, meaning like as always. Higurumi's. Wait, is it higuruma? Oh, it's higuruma. All right, I've been saying higurumi. Whatever. Higuruma-san って, talking about Mr. Higuruma. Mukashi kara nan desu ka? From a long time ago, that way it is, isn't it? Like he's always been that way, right? Yeah. Huh? Is it good? Or like maybe? No? Mushiro mukashi yori hidoku natteんじゃん? Like, on the other hand? Yeah, instead of that, rather than that, from a long time ago, worse becoming, isn't it? Like he's gotten worse, maybe? Eh? That's her? Like, what? Kare ga uchi ni ita toki ni ne. Him, at the time that existed uchi, meaning like he, like when he was at my organization, when he was at my uchi, like my workplace or whatever. Kiken unden chisho o tantou shitaんだけど、飲酒運転ね. Dangerous driving chisho. Dangerous driving, like injury cases, doing responsibility for those, and also like drunk driving, you know? Okay, now we're like going into a flashback. Hikoku nin wa 19 sai desu. As for the defendant, 19 years old. Yeah, as for the accused person, 19 years old. 飲酒も運転も職場の人たちに強要されたものだったの. Even like drinking and even driving by the people of the workplace, necessity was done, thing it was. Coercion, force, compulsion. So it was the thing of being forced by the people of the workplace to, like, I guess, drink and to drive. Demo, 関係者に口裏合わせられて、示談金も用意できず、執行猶予も取れなかったんだよね. However, to the people involved, 口裏合わせ. This is like agreement behind the back or something. 口裏. Yeah, so 口裏を合わせる is to arrange beforehand to tell the same stories, to get the story straight. So that was done, arranging beforehand to get the story straight by the people involved. And jidankin, even settlement money, yoi dekizu, without it being like possible, without being possible to arrange even for settlement money. the execution. Oh, that's right. The stay of execution even not being taken. That's what it was. A suspended sentence. It could be a suspended sentence. Even a suspended sentence wasn't able to be taken, or wasn't. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Usotsuki, liar. 無罪になるって言ったんじゃないか? Without guilt, becoming to not, without guilt, said, wasn't it? Like you said it would be not guilty. You said it would be becoming muzai. Yeah, innocent. And so he's calling him Usotsuki, a liar. なんとか執行猶予つくようにするって言っただけで、無罪になるなんて言ってないのにね。Okay, so somehow suspension of sentence in that manner. Okay, so like you just said, like doing in the manner of becoming a suspended sentence, becoming innocent or whatever, didn't say even though. Okay, so this is them talking later. And I guess this is her saying, like, you never told him about a suspending of sentence. All you said was, or you never told him about becoming innocent, only about maybe suspending of sentence. Korede, with this, korita desho. With this, it's korita, isn't it? Learn by experience to be disgusted with, isn't it? もう無理筋の刑事弁護なんてやめなよ. No longer, basically stop doing the impossible defense cases or whatever. Murisuji. Oh, I don't know what suji means here. There's like a 5,000 of those. No, keiji bengo. Keiji was criminal case, and bengo is like defensive. Yeah, defensing for the criminal cases or whatever. Stop doing that. So she's basically saying, like, you've learned your lesson with this, right? You've learned by experience. Stop doing this. 弱者救済なんてそりゃ立派だけどさ. So the weak people saving? Yeah, like salvation of weak people and whatever. As for that, it's splendid, but 裁判所と検察の理解もなしに私たちだけじゃ限界があるでしょう. Okay. She's saying limits exist for just us, and this is lawyers, bengoshi. She says atashitachi, us, but for like no reason of judges, saiban. No, saibanjo is like courtroom. Saibansho. Yeah, the courthouse. The courthouse and the Ensatsu and the examination or prosecution reason. Understanding, comprehension. Monashi. So I guess like even the appreciation, comprehension of the examiner or the prosecutor and the courtrooms without that not existing, like we're just lawyers and limits exist. Dakeja. Yeah, okay. 依頼人に逆恨みされてまで続けることはないよ。Client. For clients or towards clients. Sakaura. Being resented in return. Resentment being done to that point. Continuing event. As for that, not existing. So, as for the event of being able to continue to the point of being resented by clients does not exist. Like why do that, I guess? 彼らは経済的にも精神的にも追い詰められています。As for them, and this is weak people, as for weak people, even financially, even like emotionally, being pursued, being chased, being cornered, being driven into a wall. As for the weak people, as for them, they are being driven into a wall, like financially and emotionally. 私に当たるのも理解はない。To me, as for a reason for like striking does not exist. No, as not a reason, Moody. As for unreasonableness, as for impossibleness for striking, it doesn't exist. So it's not unreasonable that they would strike out at me, I guess. This is all going to lead. This is the guy that has like 100 points, right, in the game so far. So clearly he's like judging everyone or something. I mean, I'm sure he's not doing this out of the. So at some point he's going to become Two-Face or something. 君に心はどうなるのさ? As for your heart, your kokoro, how will it become? Higuruma-kun. So just calls his name. And then kokoro there, heart, mind, spirit, we get, again, seishin, which is this like emotional state or like nerves. Yeah. Heart, mind, soul, spirit. Okay. Watashi wa, as for me. All right. So we're fading back out of that flashback and presumably back to the current case about the kid with the knife and the cat and all that. So investigation, exhausted, studying. Shubun, ki koko ni wa? Shubun. The text, the main part, no. The main part of the document. I don't know what that means. As for the accused person, as for the defendant, hikoku ni wa muzai, innocent, without guilt. Zawa, murmur. Honto ni kacchatta. Honestly won. Like we seriously won. Mada da. It's still, meaning like not yet. Nichi? Something? Oh no, that's gosh. He's rubbing his face. Sugu kosa shite kuru. Immediately doing kosho will come. Oh, appeal. So there will come an immediate appeal. Okay, so we get a bunch of like social media posts, names. Ikura tsundanda, like how much did it cost? Doho wa mo shinda, like as for the law, it's already dead. Okay, so this is like, there we go, like muzai, decision of innocence. There's the koso, the appeal. Koso utae, calls for appeal. This is the like the family of the deceased. I'm not going to go through all this. Clearly, there's lots of upset people. Are wa baishu, former court memory, something like bad. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't want to bother with all this. Regarding the suspicious verdict, former something says that was bought. Okay, so clearly a lot of suspicion going on here. We're already at an hour, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 8 pages left. 盗まれたものが OS さんの部屋に見当たらなかったこと、NPO 内に犯行直後から行方不明になっている人がいたこと。Okay. Like stolen things and Mr. Oe's room, in Mr. Oe's room, discovered things in the nonprofit organization Uncle Chokugo Kata after the criminal decision. Uncle, the criminal act. Chokugo. Yeah, directly after the criminal act. Unknown identity unknown becoming people existed event. Oh, whereabouts unknown becoming person existed event. So there's a person who became missing directly after the verdict. And the event of like not discovering in the OS-san's room stolen items. Okay. Ato wa, as for the rest, itai kara soutei shita hankou jikoku ni konbini ni bouhan kamera ni OS-san ga utsuteru no ga ookikatta desu ne. Okay, so, and as for the rest, from the corpse, from the corpse, solte, hypothesis done, criminal case, jikoku, like the time of it. At the incident of time of the crime having been determined from the corpse. The a convenience store's security cameras, on those, Mr. Olwe being recorded, reflected, was big, you know? Okay. All right. So this is him later explaining to Olwe, like, why, I guess, what the determining factors were. So something about someone from the MPO went vanishing. There was nothing stolen in his room that they found. And apparently, judging from the time of the death from the corpse, there was security camera footage from a convenience store that showed Mr. Olwe-san. So those were big. Olwe-san ga jisui shinai hito de yokatta. Okay, that's her saying that. So Mr. Olwe, being a person who doesn't self-cook, glad. Jisui is to cook for oneself. So this is a comment saying, like, it's a good thing, like, I'm glad you don't cook for yourself, Mr. Olwe, because that's why he was at the convenience store. He was picking up his food. So if he cooked for himself, he wouldn't have been on that footage. Higuruma sensei, teacher Higuruma, hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. Truly, thank you very much. Sensei wa kanben shite kure. Oh, that's him saying, as for sensei, do the favor of forbearance. Yeah. Pardon. Like, you don't need to call me sensei. それに、気が冷いまだに心がある. Okay, so in addition, 気が早い, the spirit is fast, like it's too early maybe. Yeah, short-tempered, quick-tempered, hasty. Still a second turn exists, meaning like a second trial. Yeah, I think that's what that means. A second time. 私も頑張りましたよ. Okay, that's her saying, like, hey, I helped also. I did my best too. そうじゃなくて. It isn't that. 俺を信じてくれて. Doing the favor of believing in me. Arigato. Yeah, doing the favor of believing in me, thank you. So he's not saying, like, thank you for getting me innocent. He's saying, thank you for believing in me. Hey, Corgi, how's it going? That she was so fast? Hey, this chapter is taking like 2 hours. I'm in, like, my brain is dead mode already. We've been doing this an hour and there's still Kososhin Nishin. So this is the appeal court, second trial. Yuzai Muki Choeki. It became guilty. No. Sorry, yeah, guilty. No time pardoning. So I guess, like, that's like a life in prison. Muki. Yeah, indefinite. Shoeki. Yeah, life imprisonment, guilty. Kagirareta yosan to ninsu de ugoka nakareba naranai bengo gawa ni taishi. Okay, so yosan. Budget. Limited budget. With a limited budget, many people must work lawyer's side concerning the lawyer's side must work. Oh wait, no, ninzu. That's not like many people. Numbers of people? Yeah, so kagirareta yosan to ninsu de. Oh, with a limited budget and number of people, must work lawyer side concerning that. So concerning the lawyer side where they have they must work with a limited number of people and budget. Kensatsu wa? As for investigations, no. No, as for the prosecution. Okay, so this is like the defense lawyers. As for the prosecution, tax money, zeikin to manpower o tōnyū shite shōko o ageru. So as for the prosecution, they receive investment of proof? They receive proof doing investment of manpower and tax money. As for prosecution, tax money and manpower doing, what does tōnyū really mean here? Like, oh, they put in manpower and tax money for like getting proof, getting evidence. それはいい、そういう仕組みだが. As for that, it's fine. That's fine. It's that sort of a business. It's that sort of a shikumi. Yeah, it's that sort of a structure, arrangement, contrivance, or whatever. However, so that's fine. Like this is all fine because that's like how the system works. That's how the structure is. But you had to study court words. Oh boy, yeah, this has been court words aplenty. 二審で検察側から新規の証拠は提出されず At the second trial, from the side of the prosecution, 新規の証拠は as for new evidence, submission was not done. Okay, so there was no new evidence submitted by the prosecution at the second trial. To be presented. 行方不明者の犯行と疑う理由はないと無茶な事実認定が下され. Okay, so, and then the missing person, or the criminal case of the missing person, as for a reason to doubt or suspect, utagao, to be, yeah, in this case, to suspect. As for a reason to suspect the case of the missing person not existing, that crazy real decision was like passed down. Meaning the idea that there was a person that went missing from the NPO, meaning like maybe they did it, but that person's gone, so how would you know? But the court basically passed down a decision. The reality verification, ninte. Yeah, acknowledgement. Reality acknowledgement, a crazy reality acknowledgement was passed down that there was no reason to doubt, suspect that thing. 判決が覆った. And the judgment was 覆った, which is like overturned. Yeah, overturned, upset, undermined. Okay. 三神の最高裁は、狭き門上国はほぼ門前払い。A third trial, highest court. As for a highest court third trial, it's a narrow gate. Samakimon. It's a narrow gate, hard to enter. As for Jokoku appeal. Okay, so there's a whole series of different appeals, apparently. The first appeal to go to the second court was also called something, which I'm now missing. Koso appeal. The Koso appeal and the Jokoku appeal, apparently. Final appeal to a higher court. So as for appeal to a higher court, a narrow gate for the third trial, it is hobo, approximately. It's roughly mon zen barai. Oh, being refused at the gate. Literally, before the gate wiped away. Matomo ni shinri sareru koto sura muzukashii. And fair and square up front, a shinri here is a trial being done. Kotosura is difficult. Yeah, so a trial being done fair and square, upright, frank, honestly, that event of that happening is difficult. この裁判は初めから有罪ありきの。As for this saiban, this judgment, as for this trial, this judgment, from the beginning, having guilt existing. So basically, he was guilty from the beginning. Naze watashi o sono me de miru. Why at me with those eyes look? Why do they look at me with those eyes? Okay, we're fading back into another flashback. Kimi no kokoro wa dou naru no sa? So this was that conversation on the bench where she said, as for your heart, your mind, spirit, how will it become? How's your mental state? How's your heart, mind, spirit? Higuruma-kun. Watashi wa, as for me, oh, did we not finish that last time? Where was that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is now finishing this conversation. As for me, jakusha kyusai nado kakagete wa imasen. So as for me, weak people saving and things like that, as for kakagete, as for publishing, as for setting forth or hanging that flag. So as for hanging the flag or setting forth to save weak people, not existing. I'm not doing that. Or it's not, maybe not, no, that's right. Okay. Mukashi kara jibun ga okashii to kanjita koto o. From a long time ago, oneself, strange, odd things, feeling event. The event of feeling odd things or strange things. Hotte っておけない性分でした。It was the 性分. The nature, I was the nature disposition of not letting it go. Like leaving alone and not able to do that, not able to do that on purpose. So I was of the nature disposition of not being able to let something go, the event of feeling something strange. それが治ってないだけですよ. That thing not curing, it's just that. That thing just hasn't changed. It's not gotten better, gotten fixed. 正義の恵みは, as for the goddess of justice, 法の元の平等のために目を塞ぎ. Okay, so as for the goddess of justice, for the purposes of, this is like shuts up, closes the eyes for the purposes of being under justice, or like impartiality, byodo, yeah, equality. As for the goddess of justice, closing, shutting up the eyes for the purposes of equality under the law. 人々は星のためならあらゆることに目をつむる. As for people, so as opposed to the goddess of justice, as for people, if it's for the purposes of protecting themselves, always events tsumuru, closing the eyes. So people will always close the eyes if it's for like protecting themselves. そんな中、下がりついてきた手を振り払わないように. Amongst all that, 下がりついてきた手, hands that are 下がりつく. 下がりついて. Oh, sugari. Clinging. Clinging hands, not wiping away manner. In the manner of not wiping away, hands clinging amongst all that. 私だけは, as for just me, 目を開けていたい. I want to open my eyes. As for just me, want to open my eyes. この判決に不服がある場合は本日を含めて、towards this decision or to this decision, 不服, dissatisfaction, existing case, I guess like including the present day, including the like this current day, 15日以内に within 15 days, 上告も
Hello there.
申し立て書、申し立て書を提出してください. Please do,提出, presentation, submission of that within 15 days, including the present day. What is this? Jokoku mo. Oh, again, that's the Jokoku appeal. And then mo shi tate statement. Mo shi tate sho. Yeah, written statement for the appeal. Okay. Kan. 日黒間さん Mr. Higuruma. Zenin modore. Like all people return. Zoo, 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 zoo. Okay, so he grabbed the gavel again. This is where he turns into Two-Face, right? He grabbed the gavel again. That was that final kan. And notice he's not saying like, please. It's like an order. Everyone come back. Yari naoshida. Like a do-over. Yeah, it's a do-over. All right. Finally, after all that, oh, thank God. And here we go. Higuruma Hiromi, that's his name. Hiromi Higuruma. Shimatsukayu Preya, a Death Annihilation rotating game player. All right, so a whole chapter dedicated to introducing Higuruma with one of the most tortuous things I think I have ever read. There we go. An hour and 30 minutes for that chapter. 159. Next time, 160. And I hope it's short for once.